Install IDU and duct off ductable split AC. Hello, my name is Charumadi. I hope you are all excited for today's session. In this module, we are going to learn to install IDU and duct off ductable split AC. At the end of this exercise, you will be able to check motor capacitor and wiring instruments. Test electrical components such as PCB board. Check all electrical and electronics components included in the board and know recommended wiring length and size. Install indoor unit and duct off ductable split AC and to check its performance. Now let us take a look at the equipment, materials and tools required to do this exercise.
Tools or instruments required. Screwdriver 1 set. Tester 1 number. Cutting plier 1 number. Nose plier 1 number. Wire stripper 1 number. Spanners DE 12 mm, 13 mm, 14 mm, 15 mm 1 set. Screw spanner 1 number. Wire crimple 1 set. Soldering instruments 1 number. Drilling machine 1 number. Equipment required. Ductable split AC system 1 number. Materials required. Wires with related colors 5 meters each color as required. Insulating tape 1 roll. Capacitors as required. PCB board 1 number. Terminal clips 1 number. A mega earth tester 1 number. Task 1. Evaluating insulation resistance. To ascertain the condition of insulation, one crucial parameter is its resistance. An insulation is deemed satisfactory if its resistance exceeds 1 mega ohm, 1 M. When examining power supply wires, begin by securing the ground wire using the lead clip of the insulation resistance tester. Proceed to measure the resistance by placing a probe on either of the power wires. Following this, measure the resistance between the ground wire and the other power wire. For outdoor units, attach the lead clip of the insulation resistance tester to a metallic part of the unit. Then, measure the resistance by placing a probe on each terminal screw where power supply lines are linked on the terminal plate. When assessing the insulation resistance of electrical components, start by disconnecting the lead wires from the terminal plate or capacitor and similarly detach the connector. Subsequently, proceed to measure the insulation resistance. If the probe cannot access the poles due to narrow openings, opt for a probe with a thinner pin. Task 2. Testing of capacitor. To evaluate the capacitor, first, remove the lead wires from the capacitor terminals. Then, place a probe on the capacitor terminals as shown. Observe the pointer's deflection, ensuring that the multimeter's resistance measuring range is set to its maximum value. A capacitor is deemed good if the pointer exhibits significant bounce before gradually returning to its initial position. It's important to note that the extent and duration of deflection vary depending on the capacitor's capacity. Task 3. Wiring instructions and precautions. The below table lists recommended wire lengths and diameters for power supply systems. Before proceeding with wiring, always check the rated voltage indicated on the unit's nameplate as shown. Each unit should be allocated a dedicated power outlet, equipped with a power supply disconnect and a circuit breaker to safeguard against overcurrent. Furthermore, to mitigate potential hazards stemming from insulation failure, proper grounding of the unit is imperative. When connecting wires, ensure they are firmly secured and take precautions to prevent any contact between wires and refrigerant tubing, the compressor, or any moving parts of fan motors. These precautions are essential for safe and efficient operation. Regulations on wire diameter differ according to national and local requirements. For field wiring regulations, please refer to the local electrical codes before starting and carefully follow the regulations as you do the installation. Warning: do not supply power to the system until all wiring and refrigerant tubing connections are completed and checked. Wiring should only be done by an experienced, qualified electrician. This appliance must be grounded. Split system air conditioners operate differently from ducted units consisting of indoor and outdoor components. Unlike ducted systems, they typically only serve one room, necessitating multiple units for whole property climate control. On the other hand, ducted air conditioning involves a centralized system with distribution through hidden ducts in the ceiling, maintaining aesthetic integrity with only visible air supply grills. Controlled by programmable grills, ducted systems offer advantages such as rapid heating or cooling, consistent air distribution, aesthetic integration, temperature control, continuous air circulation, fatigue reduction, and humidity management. Installation. Caution: when moving the unit during or after unpacking, make sure to lift by holding its hooks. Do not exert any pressure on other parts, especially the refrigerant piping, drain piping, and flange parts. Install the suspension bolts. Mark the desired spots on the ceiling for installation. Drill holes at the marked spots and insert bolt anchors. For existing ceilings, use a hole-in anchor or sunken insert. Ensure the ceiling is strong enough to support the unit's weight and test the strength of each suspension bolt. Reinforce the ceiling frame if necessary. Screw double nuts onto each suspension bolt to create space for hanging the indoor unit. Hang the indoor unit onto the suspension bolts between the double nuts, then secure it by screwing the nuts. Adjust the unit's level using a level vial on all four sides. To install the drain pipe, remove the cover of the drain hose connection port. Insert the flexible hose into the drain hose port and secure it to the indoor unit with a pipe clamp. Secure the flexible hose to the PVC water pipe with PVC adhesive and wrap the drain hose with insulation material. For units without a drain pump, install a horizontal drain pipe with a slope of 1/100 or more and fix it with hangers spaced 1.0 approximately 1.5 meter apart. Install AU trap at the end to prevent odors and ensure water flows downward. For units with a drain pump, install the drain pipe within 200 mm from the flexible hose, then install a horizontal drain pipe with a similar slope and fix it with hangers spaced 1.0 approximately 1.5 meter apart. Ensure the flexible hose is not installed in an upward position to prevent water flow back to the indoor unit. Conduct a drainage test to ensure proper functioning and no leaks. To install the duct, use hanger rods to install the connecting duct instead of loading it directly onto the indoor unit. Use non-flammable canvas tie in to prevent vibration. For ducted systems not exceeding 12,000 British thermal unit per hour cooling capacity, the maximum allowable discharge duct length is less than 1 meter. If external resistance is too high, consult a qualified engineer to adjust fan speed accordingly. Attach the duct and intake outlet flange, connect them to the main unit with screws, and wrap the connection area with aluminium tape to prevent air leakage. Ensure the air inlet and outlet are sufficiently apart for optimal performance. Attach an air filter to the intake side of the duct and insulate the duct to prevent condensation. Refer to the fan performance curve to select appropriate duct size. Change the air ventilation direction. Note: for standard units, air intakes from the rear side. Air intake direction can be modified at site from rear side to bottom side following this process below. Take out the air filter from the flange, which is located in 2 spots. Next, remove the flange from the back. Following which, remove the ventilation panel from the bottom. Apply the seal sponge to the designated area. Then, Reattach the previously removed flange at the bottom and put back the ventilation panel at the rear. Fix the air filter onto the flange according to the diagram's instructions. Install fresh air duct. For all the indoor units, reserve the hole to join the fresh air pipe. The hole size are as follows. Outdoor unit. Choosing the installation site for the outdoor unit. Place the outdoor unit where it is shielded from rain and direct sunlight. Ensure it has ample ventilation and is clear of obstacles near the air inlet and outlet. Avoid locations that increase operating noise or vibration. Select a spot where drainage won't be an issue with discharged water. Ensure the chosen spot can support the weight of the outdoor unit. Provide sufficient clearances as specified. Ensure the distance between indoor and outdoor units falls within allowable limits. In snowy regions, avoid areas where the unit can be covered by snow. Consider installing a field-supplied ice or stand and wind baffle to prevent snow accumulation and block air intake. In windy areas, consider using a wind baffle for added protection. Follow the specified mounting dimensions for the outdoor unit. Outdoor unit mounting dimension. Space requirement and installation of the outdoor unit. Prior to installation, check the strength and levelness of the base to prevent abnormal sounds. Securely fix the base with anchor bolts, M10, to prevent collapse. Use a foundation and vibration-proof rubbers to directly support the bottom surface of the fixing leg in contact with the outdoor unit's bottom plate. Installation of the drain pipe for the outdoor unit. Connect the drain outlet with an extension drain hose. Place the gasket onto the drain outlet. Insert the drain outlet into the base pan hole of the outdoor unit, rotating 90 degrees for secure assembly. Complete the piping and wiring work. Perform a leak test, then turn on the unit to ensure proper operation. Final performance checking. Turn on the air conditioning in cooling mode using the remote controller or manual button and assess the operational status of both the indoor and outdoor units. Address any issues that arise accordingly. Outdoor unit. Listen for vibrations or abnormal noises during operation. Evaluate if the wind, noise, or condensation from the air conditioner is causing disturbances in the neighborhood. Look for any signs of refrigerant leakage.
We have come to the end of the exercise. Let us have a recap on what we have learned in this module. We have learned to check motor capacitor and wiring instruments. Test electrical components such as PCB board. Check all electrical and electronics components included in the board and know recommended wire length and size. Install indoor and outdoor unit and duct of ductable split AC and to check its performance. Thus, we have learned to install the units and duct of ductable split AC. Do this exercise with the help of your instructor. Thank you all. See you in the next video.